Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Today we're making a fantastic beef biryani. There are so many different types of biryani. We've got plenty on our channel. This is quite a rich, deep, very spicy one. Let's go and do it. Okay, so let's get started on our biryani. We're doing this in a few stages. This is the first stage. I've got my lovely beef here. It's cubed. There's no bone in it. It's a nice cut of beef. Here's some spices that we're going to use in our beef. These are all in teaspoons. Coriander, turmeric or haldi, salt, cumin, chili powder, and here I've got, that's actually over like a heaped teaspoon of garlic ginger paste. What we're going to do, we're going to get all of that in there, get our hands in and work it in, give it a nice coating. Okay, so in it goes. Salt, chili powder, the cumin powder, the coriander powder, the turmeric, and that garlic ginger paste. In with your hands, get it moving around, just to give it a lovely flavour. We're going to add more spices as well when we actually cook, but if we can set this aside for about 30 minutes in the fridge, that'd be great. Okay, let's move on to the next stage. Okay, so now we've got our beef done and nicely coated. Let's look at some other ingredients. What we're going to do with these ingredients is, with our onions, fry them, start them frying first. The onions and this lovely spices here, then we're going to add our meat. So I've got some lovely bunch there of curry leaves, fresh curry leaves. If you can get them, they're fantastic. I've got a few cloves, I've got a few fennel seeds, some black mustard seeds, some dry red chilli, some green cardamom, and I've got some cinnamon stick there. You can play around with these, you can add a few different pieces, maybe some cumin seeds, or there's various amounts of stuff you can add. Bay leaf and so and so and so. This is the little combo that I like. So let's get over to our cooker. We're going to start to fry these with a touch of oil and our onions, then we're going to add our meat. So here we are then. I'm using the pressure cooker for this, just because I want that beef really nice and tender. You can do it without one, of course, it just takes a lot longer. Inside I've got a touch of sunflower oil. You can use any oil you like, or ghee if you prefer. So we're going to start by dropping in our whole spices or garam masala. And we just need to heat the oil through on those and cook that just until they will start to crack and pop all, and they will start to really release loads of fantastic flavours. And as that's heating up, I'll add in our curry leaves. Wow, what a great aroma. There we are, that's long enough now. Now I've got some sliced red onion. I've got about 3 or 4 medium-sized onions there. I'm using red. You can also use a white, of course, if you wanted. And now we're going to add our coated beef. So we've really got some amazing flavours going on right now. And with the lid off, we're just going to cook this. I'm on a kind of medium heat, I'm not going crazy here. Let's just cook this for about 4 to 5 minutes. Keep stirring it. We can kind of seal a little bit of flavour into our beef. Then we'll move on to the next stage. There we go, that was 4 or 5 minutes. That's just got all those flavours happening. Now I'm going to add some water, cold water. 2 cups or so. As you can see, enough to just cover it. Just about cover it. You could use a stock if you want, but I don't see there's any need for that. Now we're going to put the lid on of the pressure cooker, bring it to pressure, then I'm going to cook it for about 20 minutes. I'll be back then. Okay, so while our beef is cooking, let's take a look at these 3. We've got some onions here, nice and thin, some raisins and some cashew nuts. What we're going to do is we're going to fry these in a little bit of oil until they're really golden brown, almost black even. So let's do that, and then we're going to add them, once they're cooked, we're going to add them into our pot. Okay, so I've also got some rice here, some basmati rice, which I've washed about 4 or 5 times. I've got about 4 cups here, and we're going to leave this to soak in this water. Give it a little head start. Do that for about 30 minutes before we add it. Right, so our rice is soaking. Our beef is cooking and getting nice and tender. Let's do our onions. A touch of oil in there. Again, I'm using a sunflower. Plenty of onions there. Cut them nice and thin. And we're just going to cook these. I mean, I'm on a fairly high heat now. I'll come back and keep stirring them. We want them kind of nicely cooked, some nice golden brown. And then a little bit later, I'll add the cashew nuts and the raisins. See you in a few minutes. Okay, so these are beautifully done. We're going to set these aside now. We're going to check out our beef, and then we're going to add it all together, and it'll be soon done. Let's get over there. Okay, this beef is off pressure now. It's beautifully soft. We've got a nice lot of liquid in there. So what we're going to do now, I've just drained off the rice. Let's add, just on the top, about half the rice. Then we're going to add some of our onions with those raisins. A bit of fresh coriander. Now I'm going to add some fresh chilli. This looks like a lot, but they're not actually that hot, these ones. Then we're going to go back in with the balance of our rice on top. Spread that around. The rest of our onions. A few more chilies. These ones are a bit hotter. I'm putting them in whole like that. And have a squeeze of lemon. More fresh coriander on the top. And then I've got just a little bit of colour here, watered down. You could use saffron or colour if you like. Just sprinkle a bit here and there. That'll give us a nice effect on that rice. That should be enough. Now we're going to add the lid, bring it back to pressure. It'll be ready in about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, and there we go. Let's just take a look at this. That red colour's done its thing. An amazing smell coming out of that. Well, that's it.